Resistance they've had for decades. That means they go home to the poisoned soil, the poisoned rivers. That means they get to go back to live the same life of subsistence they've been living this whole time. If the farm bills get repealed tomorrow, that is not a victory. This battle begins with the repeal of the farm bills. It does not end there. If anybody tells you that this battle is going to end with the repeal of the farm bills, that is because they're trying to drain energy from this movement. They're trying to tell you that you are separate from Punjab and that you are separate from the Khalistan movement. You are not. And you have to, at some point, you have to understand the feeling and the emotion that the Khalistan group is bringing to this. I just want you to hear this. I want the young people to hear this. The reason why the Khalistani people are so passionate about this is because 40, 50 years later, we are seeing the truth that they predicted in the 1970s. In the 1970s, they wanted an independent land so that we wouldn't have to live through this movement. So my request to all of the young people here is don't close your eyes to each other, don't close your hearts, don't close your minds to each other. If you see somebody with a sign that you don't understand, that has this bad word Khalistan on it, ask questions, learn, understand what's going on and why those people are here. Nobody wanted to become a Kharku. Nobody wanted to become a terrorist. I lost my chacha in the 90s because he became a Kharku. Nobody wants to leave home. Nobody wants to become anonymous. Nobody wants to die young. Why would they do that? Ask the question, why somebody would leave home to become a Kharku, to become part of this independence movement, unless they were under so much pain and so much oppression that they couldn't live in their own homeland anymore. So my request to everybody that's here, whether you're carrying a Kisan Ekta Mazdoor Zindabad flag, whether you're carrying a Farm Bills flag, whether you're carrying a Kesari Chanda or a Khalistan Chanda, learn and understand that we're all a part of the same movement. We need knowledge, we need open hearts, and we need open minds to each other first, because we're being fed divisive language. We're being fed language that's separating us from each other. And these are very old tools of the oppressor that we've used against ourselves. So please open your hearts, open your minds, and understand that we are here for one movement, and that is the independence and the sanctity of Punjab. And there's nothing wrong with saying that Sikhs are at the forefront of this. All of India looks to Sikhs for leadership. There's nothing wrong with saying Punjabis are at the forefront of this. We're the land of revolution. Just because we're at the forefront of a movement doesn't mean that the movement is just about us. In fact, the rest of India counts on and looks to our leadership. There's nothing wrong with this being a Sikh-led or Punjabi-led movement. In fact, that is the very reason why the other states have joined us. That is the very reason that the other states are supporting us. So my request to everybody here is open your minds, open your hearts. Let's come together because we're here for one movement, and that is the sanctity of Punjab. Thank you.